trying to get this thing together, man. We got boss in the building. Hold on. Okay, let's get it. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Make sure you hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge your card. Let me see. Give me 1 second. You know we building this plane wise in the air, y'all. Let's get it. Let me see what's going on. We should be good. We should be good. Checking this out. God darn it. We gonna get this thing right, man. I'm trying to get y'all some people in here. Boss Cowboys Sports. We gonna get this thing together though. Give me 1 second. We building this plane. Building this plane, man. Let's see. Hey, boss, if you can hear me, click the link I just sent to you in the email. That should be the last step, hopefully. Good grief. You know, this technology thingamajig, we trying to get this thing together for y'all, man. I appreciate all the love and support. Let's go. Y'all kick back and relax. Hit that like and share, man. I'm trying to get this thing together. My apologies. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to make sure this thing all together. We got boss in the building right now. Let me make sure everything's straight. They can't hear you just yet, but you in the building. I got you. Let's y'all know how it go, man. Shout out to Boss Cowboy Sports. We in the building, so let's see. Let's crank this thing up. Let me get the camera right. Bam, bam. Now, what's happening with your boss? We in the building, I believe, man. We in the building, I believe, man. What's happening? What's happening? Make sure you can.
What's going on, big dog?
Oh, okay. I was
What's
trying
going
to
on?
make sure the audio was right. We good, man. We got Boss in the trap with us, man. What's happening?
Trap.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, man. You know, we had to build this plane wise in the air. But you good today, man? What's going on with you?
Oh man, I'm chilling. I'm just hearing the. I think we good. I'm
Okay.
not hearing it no more. So
Okay.
whatever you did, it
Okay.
worked. So we can rock.
Let's get it, man. So we got Boss Cowboy Sports in the building with us, man. So, you know, it's a lot of stuff going on about this, you know, guard at 26, Mr. Boss. How you feeling about this guard at 26 type of situation going on? Hello? Boss.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just hearing.
Oh, you still getting a delay?
Yeah, I'm hearing it twice. It's throwing me off bad. Like I'm hearing it about 5 seconds after, but I think I'm good.
You might have to mute the restream or something.
Let me try that.
Cause I'm good on my end.
Real quick. Let me. Okay. What about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, hold on. I just muted it on my computer. We go get it right, y'all. Hold on. Let me try one more
Yeah.
time. Okay. Because I'm hearing it twice in my ear. The most important part is can they are they hearing it double? That's the question.
I don't hear nothing. I just hear you.
Okay.
Y'all give me a 1 if the audio sound decent, y'all. Give me a 1 if the audio sound decent. They said we can hear Boss just sound like he in a tunnel. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see.
All right. So
I turned the interview up. You sound decent to me on my end.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to push through it because I'm hearing it like 10 seconds after you say stuff.
Oh,
But
okay.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch you because I can watch what you saying and know when it's live or not.
Okay. Okay. My fault, man. You know, we're
No,
going to
we
get it
good. We
together.
good. I'm gonna get through it though. It's y'all trust me. This is some real technical stuff, but we good. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
So you asked about the guard situation.
Yeah.
I
Everybody expecting us to draft guard at 26 probably now. So what you feel about the options we have?
I feel in terms of options, um, the options is not too much actually.
You don't have
It's
too
really
many
not
that can
too.
start.
Yeah, it's not too much. So let me just look at some of the options real quick. So, and the good news is that they just updated the CBS board.
Yeah.
So the CBS board is one of those to try to get a feel of what's likely going to be available. Now, actually, it's a couple. It's a couple, but it comes down to sometimes like what could be considered a reach and what makes sense. Because at this point, I don't believe it's about whatever player somebody believe is good or can come in for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, to me, you want to kind of get the person for the right price or the right, I guess, popular grade. That's a bad way to say it, but that's honestly how it is right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I look at it, bro, one of the things that I see is Osiris. He moved 23 to 27, so he's actually starting to drop.
Yeah,
He's
they
dropping.
seeing more and more tape and stuff down like, right?
Sometimes that's the case, and sometimes people are moving up because their tape is actually better, or the scouting community is starting to value people better than they have in the past. Sometimes, and sometimes I would say they don't know enough about you. Like I think some of these people are dropping because it's hard for me to put my job on the line for things that I might want to in terms of you as a player. So like Dewan Jones, he was 33, now he's 64.
Yeah.
Did he just turn garbage overnight? Did that Senior Bowl that everybody was on just become trash? Nah. What's
Yeah.
happening is he a right side tackle, and then if you got a left side need, you're not sure if he actually fit or not your squad. So if I'm trying to right now cross my T's and dot my I's, I'm over here looking at DeWan Jones like, look, I put my job on the line to draft you as a right tackle, but then maybe try to move you to left tackle. That's a big reach for some people.
Yeah.
So because they don't know enough about your abilities to possibly be able to cross train, that hurts people like him, you know,
Yeah. What you think
in terms
about
of how they drop.
Oh, I was just about to say, what you think about Steve Avila? Because he's been starting at a whole lot of different positions. He's played tackle, he's played center, he's played guard, and he graded out pretty well at most of the different positions he's been used at. So, what you feel about him being an option with him being so cross trained and versatile?
Steve Avila, he's starting to really grow. You know, that's the thing. I think he is earning last minute uh, draft boost because in his case, I do believe people are catching up all the way real. I think people are catching up to the ability of Steve Avila. James Slater literally came out and said that the Dallas Cowboys see him as a more athletic uh, Leary. And obviously, I just made a Twitter post the other day where I was basically like, we've been trying to find the next Ron Leary since 2006. So if
Yeah.
the Dallas Cowboys are really seeing him as a more athletic Steve Avila, I mean, Ron Leary, I'm super happy about that. I'm, but I got more homework to do on that just to make sure that that's not wee woo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's gonna take some comparing and some contrasting. Because I don't want to. Because around this time, they always throwing out names. That's what everybody throwing out names. They calling these tight ends Kittle and Whitney. You know, it's
Everything. They saying all kind of foolish. Yeah.
so I ain't trying to go for that wee woo, man. I don't do wee woo. But in terms of us getting a left guard or getting us a left tackle that can move potentially Tyler Smith into left guard. Anything that's gonna really put us in the dominant line, I'm all the way for.
Yeah, I think we've been like they say we've been trying to replace Lear for years, and we've been losing every left guard we had for the past 2 years. So it's time to get us a staple in there, man. We've been letting people just take our guards like Connor Williams. Not that they was just great players, but you still want some kind of consistency on there, don't you? You know what I'm saying? You don't want them to just be snatching up our line. You do need some of that chemistry to transition from year to year. And with us letting our linemen go, Connor Williams went to Miami, I believe, and now Connor McGovern went to where he went to the Texans or something. I think he went to the Texans.
No, I don't think he went to the
Where
Texans.
he went? He went. I can't even think of it right now. It's crazy. Hold on, what he
He
come?
gone.
He
He
gone. That's
gone.
all that matters. You know what I'm saying?
Trap,
Long as he out the
He gone.
building.
trap,
He gone. That's
trap,
all I'm gonna say. He
trap.
gone.
Yeah, long as he out the building, cause he was he was a penalty waiting to happen a lot of times. I felt like he was a upgradable position anyway. You know what I'm saying?
But see, the landlord. This is my thing, man. I I've been kind of low key like frustrated with some of my debates I've been having on Facebook and Twitter and that type of stuff because there's too many people that's, in my opinion, under evaluating the power of us really going all in on that line. And
Yeah,
it's actually frustrating to me. Like I was debating a guy on Twitter and he was saying basically he was saying, "Oh man, we good and we don't really have to go all the time on a first round lineman." And I'm like, bro, all right, listen, let's just look at the alternative. Every time we think we just want to get us just a basic starter, we pay for it,
yeah,
right? So we went out there and we got Connor Williams, a second round. That's a premium pick, bro. We paid for that for 4 years, bro. We was waiting on him to become this. We was waiting on him to get all this strength that he never got. We was waiting on him to stop the power that he never was able to stop. We was waiting on him to really stop being a penalty magnet. He never stopped. You know, then you get Connor McGovern. That's another premium pick, third round. Yeah, they starters and they can start in the league, but you never was able to return to that dominance that we had in 2014, 15, and 16,
16,
where
yeah.
we was able to bully boys on the ground. It's like, bro, how you gonna act like you don't want that? It's like, and that, I'm being honest, that's what frustrates me sometimes, because it's like, and some people talking about these receivers because the receivers are being looked at right now from the 30 visits. But this is what I said. I wanted to get your thoughts on the landlord.
Okay.
To me, if you see right now, 26, it's like getting a Corvette, but you got 5 kids and all them play sports.
Yeah. They can't fit. It ain't enough room for that.
Yeah, it's sexy, but it's not mature. It's not responsible. You know,
Yeah.
you gonna look good in the streets. You gonna have fun, but when it's time to get all of them kids and run, put them all in that car, you ain't gonna have. You can't put the shoulder pads in there with the baseball and the karate gear. It ain't enough room.
Yeah.
Like, do what's responsible right now, man. You talking about this committee running back. You talking about protecting that. You trying to really establish a new offense. This is one of the ways I would say, man, you got to really look at that foundation, man. What's your thoughts on that, big dog?
Yeah, you right, man, because I told you, I'm a wide receiver, so I be wanting wide receivers too now. But I did have to think of it in a more mature aspect to like, man, we really need, receivers are want, in my opinion. We need O-line help. We understand that. You know what I'm saying? So the difference is, like you said, we can possibly get back to that dominance that we had in 2016 with that. The O-line will help everything. And then, like we said before, like, how many positions are you going to draft that's going to start? Like, what position can you draft that's going to say, we in win now mode? You know what I'm saying? And our O-line is definitely, like, the main position to draft.
That's win now mode.
Yeah, that's win now. It sucks because you might want something more sexy or something like a weapon. But, if you get a good lineman in here, it could up the run game and the pass game. And you heard Mike McCarthy, one of his biggest things was saying what? Protect Dak. He said he want Dak to play 20 games. So what's the best way you can do that? Upgrade this O-line.
Hey, and I figured out where that feedback was coming from. That was me, man. I'm stupid as hell. I figured it out.
Okay.
I feel so much better now, bro. I promise I was fighting through that. It was killing me, but I figured it out.
Man, you sound better than everything, so we rocking.
Oh, man. I feel so much better
I
now.
thought I was like, you don't usually be having these kind of problems.
Man, I was off my game, bro. But anyway, I'm back on my game. Now I got 2 toes down.
Hold on. We trapping now, then. That's what we doing. We trapping now, baby. Let's get it. Okay, let's get it. I thought it was me. I thought it was me the whole time.
All right, man. Now the South got something to say, man.
Yes,
first
sir.
of all, man, I'm proud to be doing shows with my Southern brother, man. This is Southern connection that me and my brother got.
You said the South got what?
The South got something to say. That's all I got to say.
You know what I'm saying?
The South got something to say. That's classic, bro. Should we give them that history on that? Should we give them that history on that?
We can give them that history because they might not be hip to this, man. They might not be hip to this.
Some people, the South is a lot of times disrespected, man. They look at us like we slow. They look at us like we talk slow, which we do.
Yeah,
we talk slow. We like green grass. We like to kick our feet up and relax. We got a different type of relaxing vibe to Southerners. That's what we do. But a lot of people sleep on us. They think we slow sometime and all that kind of stuff. And you tripping. Because when you look at Alabama, you look at Texas, you look at Georgia, you look at Florida, no disrespect to nobody on the north or the west, man, you get a lot of prosperity out in the South, man.
Yeah.
So, obviously me and Landlord got a natural chemistry because we're natural Southern brothers, man. Like,
just
to
piggyback off what you were saying, man, like,
Southern Cowboys.
Yes, sir. That was Andre 3 Stacks, and he felt like he was getting undervalued. He was a lyricist, and lyricists didn't typically come from the South back in those days. So when he got his award, he made sure he let them know, and he said,
The South got something to say. That's all I got to say.
And just like I say, this one thing I like to tell people. Like, I talk slow, of course, because I'm from the South, but you better believe it don't have nothing to do with our intelligence. We got
No.
doctors and everything up here that sound just like me, boss. You know what I'm saying?
What?
They might not sound as hood. They might not sound as
Yeah.
hood as I do, but they gonna talk just as slow as me. So don't
Hey,
never
man.
confuse that with intellect. That's all we say.
Never. That's all we said. But getting back on football though, it's a couple of things that that I don't want the Dallas Cowboys to do. I am concerned that they might look at this draft as a way to replace people and build towards the future.
Yeah.
You started your free agency and contention and doing stuff that's about now. In my opinion, I think we need to stay in now mode, even in the draft, because like it's certain ideas that just don't it don't jive well with me. Like I do understand, like for instance, that we gonna need pass rushers, that we want a defensive tackle, or that we might want a receiver, right? So let's kind of break down each one like one by one,
Okay.
just real quick. So if we start with receiver, where is this receiver gonna play? Even if they're a premium pick, what's gonna happen?
It's gonna be ugly because the best shot he got is to overthrow Gallup, and that's probably
Right.
not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
And that might not happen. It could happen, but it might not happen because if Gallup is himself, then you gonna have a premium pick that's more so like your number 4 receiver.
Yeah.
But if he just such a dog, then he becomes your number 3 receiver. How much is a number 3 receiver really gonna do in terms of the overall impact to the offense?
How
I think
impactful will he be? Yeah.
yeah, how impactful. I think it's gonna be a super advantage to Dak, and I think Dak would do killer numbers. I'm not saying that wouldn't happen,
Yeah.
but I'm just trying to like look at the value compared to other positions. So then we'll go from that one. Let's look at then defensive end, because there's some defensive ends that might be something to look at, especially if you're looking at how we go lose a lot of them next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're looking towards the future, but then let's say if we pick one of these defensive ends, Smith, let's say
McDonald or somebody.
McDonald, Carter, right? So
Yeah.
some of these, I know a lot of people don't like Carter. I just threw his name out there because he's in between 26 and 33 and 34 on most people's boards.
Yeah.
So that's in our range. So let's say if you went like defensive end, when is he go play and how much is he go play?
Not much, man. The D end room is super deep. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's super deep. So,
So-
that's the whole premise that I was saying. Yeah.
So how you go get your impact out of that? Like how you go get that all-in impact out of that? Like it's like I want to celebrate a piece that we know is making us a contention piece now. So that if you look at tackle and guard, it's quite the opposite, right?
Yeah.
So let's say if you get Steve, right? Now you celebrating because you get so much impact. You getting a guy that can help your run game. You can help your running back room and your committed room. You protecting Dak,
Yeah.
right? You are also helping your receivers, buying them time to get open because you got better protection, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The tackle is to me one of the best ideas because it's a lot of quality tackles that's going to be sitting around there, especially if your guards are wiped out, right?
So hold on. You said tackle. So what you doing with Tyler Smith then? So what you doing with Tyler Smith? You kicking him in the inside?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
I feel like he a better guard too, man. But I don't think the Cowboys view him like that, boss. What we gonna do? Because I mean, it look
Well,
like
I
they
think-
trying to force him to be a tackle.
Well, I don't think they forced him to be a tackle. I think what happened is he had to be a tackle because he was always called a left side player,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And when we look at what they did to him in training camp, they didn't treat him like they always wanted him to be a tackle because they gave him nothing but reps at left guard.
At guard
through
at
the whole
first.
training.
Yeah.
So it looked like they was trying to do a slower transition that they had to speed up because of that hamstring that came off Tyron Smith's leg. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then they went into emergency mode and moved him out to the left tackle, and then he ended up having to do his thing in an emergency situation.
You
But it
right,
worked
because
out.
that
what
wasn't
I'm saying?
our projected line at the beginning. So you right.
Hell no,
Yeah,
it wasn't. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, we was all looking forward saying that he could be our future left tackle, but and we was expecting Tyron Smith to probably get injured at some point. So we was expecting him to play left tackle at some point in the season. We didn't expect it to be in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's just that fate kind of dealt him that hand. You know what I mean? But when I look at the potential to move him on the inside, it's a lot of us love him at tackle, but we really love his potential at left guard. I think he has Zach Martin-ish type upside at left
Wow.
guard.
Wait a minute.
Trap.
Tyler Smith.
Trap.
Zach Martin
Yeah.
ish. Hey, that sounds
Ish.
exciting to me.
And I'm saying ish,
You
you
got
know,
to
so
have
that's-
that ish in there.
Yeah, I had to throw that issue in there because see, Zach Martin. The thing about Zach Martin is a better athlete. That's
He's
the thing
different,
about
man.
Zach Martin. That's underrated is his athleticism, his feet and shit, man.
Yeah.
It's like the way he moved for a big man, that dude can go out there and swing a golf club. He just an athlete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're dealing with Tyler Smith, you're dealing with just raw strength, and you're dealing with a dude who's willing to do what it takes to be all he can be for the Cowboys. So when he had to shrink to be able to be a hybrid player, he did. But if it took him to bulk up a little bit more to just be able to just kill people on interior, he would do it. And I'm just excited because think about it. Remember Osa. Osa was unmovable when he first got hurt.
Facts. Yeah.
And then I'm talking about people in the league wasn't able to move more. Osa.
Yeah.
People
And he
in the
was
league
penetrating. He
for
was
at least the
penetrating
first
too.
8.
Yeah.
Remember how Tyler Smith dunked him on his
Yeah. Tyler.
I'm talking about
Look, Tyler got the fight with a couple people in training camp, didn't he?
Trap.
You know what I'm saying? Put him on their back. So yeah, you right though. Tyler got that. He got grown man strength at a young age. So yeah, you right.
So for people that don't like tackle, to me, it's like at this point, some people don't like tackle because they can't put no faces with people.
Yeah.
At this point, man, let's talk about some of the faces that we could be looking at. So
tackle.
what about Broderick? Right. So
Yeah.
if we looking at Broderick Jones, who just jumped from 33 to 22, what's that telling you?
Yeah, they seeing what something they like in them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then when you're looking at Broderick Jones as a left tackle, Broderick Jones got the best matchups pretty much almost out of all of them. He got tape against LSU, which is a first rounder. He got tape against Alabama a lot, which he going against Will.
Yeah.
Like, it's nobody go give you more sure tape than Broderick.
Yeah.
Versus when you were trying to evaluate Tyler Smith, what was you looking at Tulsa? Come on, man, stop. So let's not act like this that hard to be able to take a tackle if it's the right tackle. If you're looking at Broderick Jones with all these great feet, right, the strength, he not as strong, in my opinion, on film as Tyler Smith, but I definitely see more college athleticism that I've seen in Tyler Smith coming out. Man, go ahead and make that move and move Tyler Smith on the inside. Let's get to controlling this line of scrimmage and being crazy.
Yeah. We'll be right back to that dominance if we did that. Because do you think it's a deeper tackle draft than guard draft this year?
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah. So that made more sense if it's a deeper.
Where we
draft.
pick it, and where we put it like this, at where we pick it.
Okay. Yeah.
So like if we say Osiris right now, he is 27 on CBS, and then if we start talking about Steve, he's 36. So then after that, you can still go likely find you a starter, but now you're looking around round 2, round 3. That don't mean they won't be quality and cold, but in terms of the value of where you're trying to make sure you get your guy at the right position, you just got way more tackles, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, you got I counted literally 7 tackles, man.
Good grief. You said they loaded, ain't it, Bob?
Now, some of these tackles, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'm being all the way real, man. I ain't gonna fall in love with no dumb ideas. But some of these tackles you would have to be creative with.
Yeah. Like, what you think about the
Juwan
2 tackles
Jones, he would have to be creative.
out of Ohio State?
Yeah, 2 of them. Paris
Paris
Jones.
probably going to be out of our reach, ain't it? But the
I
other
would
dude,
definitely-
Jones,
I would say he gone. He
Jones
gotta go.
look like
probably-
he could be dominant, though. I like him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, DeJuan Jones, bro, the thing about DeJuan Jones is he's the most freakish to me with the 6'8", 360.
Dude, huge.
Some people saying they dropping him because of weight concerns and all that kind of stuff. Some people saying they dropping him because they not sure if he could actually play left tackle because they got so much right tackle film on him. It's a mystery, but I actually call him the DK Metcalf of this year's draft.
Wow.
Where
the freakish
and this is what
athlete that people sleeping
the
on.
freak to where we overthinking it. Bro.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by that.
Yeah.
He'll freaking we overthinking it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. And I was talking to the OC and I was talking to Coach Q. Obviously, they offensive linemen guys, coaches, and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of defer my thoughts to them sometimes. And they both was in agreement. They was like, man, really. And I threw my theory out there. I'm gonna throw it at you. I said, man, in my opinion, in most schools, if he wasn't playing with Paris, he would have been a left tackle.
Yeah, cause that dude, he ranked up to the top. So you know what I'm saying. And
He ranked up to the top. He got great film, and then he had a great showing at the Senior Bowl. And one of the things that Coach Quincy was talking about on my channel that most people didn't peep, it was like he was always the first one up at the reps. He wanted all the work he can get.
yeah.
So all the people that's concerned about his work ethic and will he eat himself out the league, I'm not concerned about that, especially him coming into a Dallas Cowboy locker room where one of the stories that Coach Quincy talked about with Tyler Smith, he said he knew he was going to lose weight instantly when he looked at Zach Martin and he looked at T. Smith, and he said himself, I'm not going to be the only offensive lineman without a six-pack.
Facts. Cause Tyron is an action figure, man. Tyron is an action figure, boss.
Right, yeah, action figure, dog. So
that's Batman right there.
The room itself gonna change you. You know what I mean? You can't come in there and Zach Martin take off his shirt and you thinking he fat and you looking at six packs, pow, 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 pow. And then Tyrone Smith take off his shirt and in your mind you've been thinking he fat and this dude trim and you like, wait. These boys different. These are professional.
Your 300 look different, ain't about it? Your 300 look different, sir.
Oh, you gonna line up. You gonna line up, bro. Like, so I wouldn't be worried about him. But anyway, yeah, that's the talk on these tackles and guards. I just hope they do it.
Yeah, it just depends on how the board file, but I don't think that's a bad idea at all. Shout out to the lunatic with the $3 super. He says, we in the trap house where your voice matters. Hey, I like that. That's dope right there. Yes, sir. You already know.
Lunatic?
Yes,
What's
sir.
Up, man?
But, yeah, man, that's a good idea, especially if you'll probably have a better tackle file till you're at 26 than the better guard. And you don't want to reach. You know, we're not in the business of reaching. So if you can get you a good tackle, hey man, kick Tyler Smith right to the left guard and let's rock out. Cause I think this line could get back dominant. Cause we think about it, our right side is solidified in our opinion. Cause they talking reckless about Terrence Steele though. You know what I'm saying? But in our opinion, Terrence Steele is a more than solid right tackle. You know Zach Martin is still one of the best right guards in football. So our right side is supreme already. Then Tyler Biadasz made a Pro Bowl. You know, some people might not be high on him or not, but he's pretty solid, you know what I'm saying, for a center. So now the left side is the only problem, and we know Tyler Smith is a known commodity over there. We just got to solidify that the left tackle or left guard, whichever way we like to place him, man. And our line will be complete again.
Yeah, and so because that raises debate, because I've been debating this type of thoughts. Because see, y'all know I don't go with crowds. I've never been a crowd guy. I go with what I really believe. And so
you don't go with the flow. You are the flow, like Jay said, man. You know what I'm saying? I am the flow. You understand?
I think that fit me.
Yeah.
It fit me. It's like the crowd can say one thing. If I don't agree, I'll stand alone. I think this is a needs draft on the first one. Yeah. I know a lot of people hate to hear that, but I think it's about need on this one. And
the only need is O-line, though, right?
Right. That's how I'm saying it. It's like, some people hate that, man. When they hear me say that, they go out their damn mind. They lose it. But it's like, to me, it's like, you could also get too caught up in BPA.
Yeah. Facts.
And let me explain what I mean by that. Sometimes it's BPA you can't pass up. Like when you got a generational Michael Parsons, you just don't. You got to get him. I'm sorry. I don't care what you got. You get that.
Yeah.
But when you got BPA sitting there, but you also got a player that's maybe not as good, they off just a little bit on your grading, but this player is going to really put you in an ideal place in the contention window, then you do skip over the BPA.
Yeah, because
let me give you an example.
Let me give you my pie real quick. I think the pie is mostly, I did this on another show. I don't think nobody is just pure BPA. Period. Nobody. I think.
Yeah, especially where we picking.
Yeah, I think you gotta be probably like, if you gonna be BPA, I think you might be about a 90% BPA and 10% need. You still gonna have some need in there. You gonna have. That's the way I did my pie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think it's gotta be at least a decent amount of need in there. Cause like, if the best player is a quarterback, you ain't taking him.
You ain't doing it.
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah, you're not doing that. Exactly. And see, like, even if we throw in corner as a BPA.
Yeah.
You throw in corner right now as a BPA, where is he going to play?
He's not. He going to have to wait the next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you going to have to hope for injury.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you might get a BPA corner, but like when I got Gilmore and I got over there Diggs, I'm taking the tackle. I'm taking the guard. Forget BPA on this one. And I'm just keeping it real.
You see, like, you in win now mode, though. We just
win now mode.
We need the Cowboys to be on that same train, boss.
You know what I'm saying? We have to push somebody next year. What are we talking about? Well, we'll face that in 2025, bro.
I don't care nothing about the future. I don't care nothing about the future right now. Because I feel like my team is way too close. We way too close.
That's the thing, right?
You see what I'm saying? We way too close. Bro. So if we pick for future, I'm going to be cussing out Dollar Bill Jones. You know who that is, Steven Jones. Because that's him. That would be him planning on being cheap in the future, boss. That's who that would be.
And you see why I got that concern?
Yeah, it's very possible.
My thought with you started free agency with contention don't change because you drafted.
Facts. This draft could put us over the top instead of just setting us up for the future. We don't want that.
Right.
We don't want that.
I want the top. Yes. I want to go over the top on this one. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get caught up on trying to replace Gilmore next year.
See, now look, we did speak on the receiver, but let's say your top receiver. Who your top receiver in this draft if he filed a 26? And you very confident in your heart that he'll overthrow Gallup.
Yeah, I mean,
it's tough then, cause that's still for future.
It ain't tough to me.
It's still for future though, for real.
So this is my answer to that. If my best receiver sitting right there and my guard sitting out there and my tackle, I'm going with, depending on who it is, I'm going with one of them tackles or guards. I'm passing on that receiver.
Yeah, now that makes sense. That makes sense.
and one of the main reasons I'm spitting on that receiver is because also I got another perspective on this.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is my perspective on this. I'm keeping it real, bro. Most of these receivers, somebody said it yesterday, man. They coined it perfectly from my thoughts on these balls. They say this is diet Kool-Aid.
Ah, man.
It's true too. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna do a whole show where I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna do a side-by-side comparison of these receivers and last year receivers. And when you really look at it, you're gonna be like, yeah, that guy's a first rounder, but is he really the talent that we really think we getting right now?
Look, somebody asked me a great question, boss. Somebody said, where would Toba rank in the receivers of this class?
This one, he will be in the first.
You think so? I said he'll probably be like an early second. I ain't say the first.
Early second.
You know what I'm saying? Boss said he jumping up to the first.
Bro, I'm almost certain he would, bro. But see, the only reason he wouldn't because of South Alabama.
And the small school. That's why I said probably early second.
But the way that he killed the Senior Bowl, remember he killed the Senior Bowl last year.
Yeah.
So with he would have likely rose because that was last year was a deep receiver. I mean, deep.
Yeah.
Bro, if you ran a 4.4, you was considered slow.
Yeah, you remember they shot. They blew the combine out, did it? They killed the combine. Everybody was 4.3 last year.
Everybody, you get a 4.3. You get a 4.3.
Like Oprah, man. Hey, we were trapping with Oprah,
you get a 4.2. You want a 4.2? I'm gonna give you a 4.2.
Everybody get one.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So, and Tolbert in that class with the Dallas Cowboys had a second round grade because remember they had him equal to Sam Williams.
Yeah.
They talked about that. They had his grade equal to Sam Williams, but they said the reason why they picked Sam Williams, they had to make a calculation on who was likely going to be there. So they knew Sam wouldn't have made it to the third, so they went with Sam. They gambled Tolbert, and they got him. Same thing they did with CeeDee Lamb and Diggs. They had equal grades on them. Equal grades on them. They picked CeeDee Lamb because he was likely not going to be there to gamble Diggs, and they end up getting both. So,
man, I'm telling you, I was screaming in my car. You know, I'm a Bama boy, man. And then, you know, a lot of times,
I bet you
I was screaming in my car because you got to think, sometimes the player that you want for your team will be there, but they don't pick him. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen Diggs, I'm like, man, he there. Then I heard the name, man. I was going crazy. I was driving in the car. I was like, yes. I knew he was going to be a good player, man. And I feel like he's very much so exceeded all expectations. He played better than almost all the first round picks. Like at DB.
He's totally eclipsed his class.
Yes.
He killed his class.
Yes.
He smoked his class. And I would say this, because see, the thing that I hate about draft season is so many times that I see stuff that don't make sense. Like, remember, Surtain was called a top 10.
Yeah.
It never made sense to call Surtain a top 10, but say Diggs was the bottom of the first. That never made
craziness.
Sense. It was no way you as an Alabama guy could look at both of those corners every week and just see a mile of a difference or see a first round difference.
I didn't. And then, like, I do like the fact that Diggs actually got tried. You know what I'm saying? So that lets you know, you can get away with a lot, boss. You played DB. See, this is why I like having people that did it. You know what I'm saying? In the trap with trap. See, you played DB. So you know a lot of times you get away with murder, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get away with murder, you might have got burnt, but the quarterback just respect you too much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was happening a lot with Surtain. Now, Surtain is solid. He can play. He's a great talent at corner. But, you know, the only thing he had over Trey was he was more polished because his daddy coached him up. You know what I'm saying?
Technique-wise, he definitely was more polished.
He was more polished. And Trey was a more raw talent, but athletic-wise, they neck and neck. And you know what I'm saying? Trey was very young.
And I say play-wise, too. Play-wise.
Yeah.
Play-wise.
It was, like I said.
But I agree with you. Technically-wise, Surtain was technically
he was a little more polished because of him being a corner his whole life. Yeah,
and
Trey
then
was.
Another thing about just being fair, because you really are bringing me back to fairness on this. Diggs also was a gambler in college as well.
Yeah,
he was a gambler. He
gonna go after that ball now.
He a riverboat.
Yeah,
he a riverboat.
Yeah. I love it though. So I love it.
I do love it, man. But it's just, I was just basically saying that sometimes draft season can get silly. But me just kind of thinking through the Cowboys. You know, if we get one of these receivers, because it looked like they are very serious about receiver. If we end up getting one of the receivers in the first, it depends on who's sitting there. If we pass up on like ideal upgrades and lose,
okay. Out of the small guys, who would you take? You wouldn't take none of the small guys, would you?
What you mean, like Zay?
Like Zay. I'm about to say I like Zay. I'm taking Zay all day. See, I ain't know your position, so I had to ask. Okay,
Zay,
because I love Zay Flowers. I think he'll be phenomenal.
Yeah, Zay. Listen, I put it like this: I only gave 2 receivers 3 stars, and he won.
Yeah, that boy. I think he'll add so much explosiveness to this offense, man. It'll be ridiculous.
Yeah. See, you know what, Landlord, what it could be with me, I always warn about not falling in love with your ideas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm already seeing a vision in my head of us killing people on the line of scrimmage. I'm seeing a vision in my head of Dak having just this beautiful pocket.
Ah, man.
You know, so it's kind of hard for me to kind of switch that to a weapon.
So,
you know
look, this is what I really would like the Cowboys to do. Say, for instance, Zay fell to us. Bam. I'm drafting Zay all day. Okay. I'm going to just tell you, I'm drafting Zay. But look, this is what I want them to do. This is what teams in opposition should do, though, boss. Listen, this is what we should do. Why can't we draft him and then move up and get another guard or something? Like, we need to be aggressive. We need to be aggressive in the draft, too.
I feel like be aggressive this draft.
I feel like we should. Because we need quality over quantity, boss. That's what I'm saying.
In the contention window, yes.
Yes, we need quality players. I don't care about 7 picks.
Well said.
Give me 4 picks, boss, and we can trap it out, man. Give me 4 picks. Give me 4 picks. I'm good. Give me 4. We good, bro. We good. Look, give me a tackle or a guard. Give me a receiver. Give me a defensive tackle help. Cause this what I'm telling people.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying they want a defensive tackle, right?
Like
look, this is what's crazy though, boss. This what made me realize. Everybody's saying we need a defensive tackle. Of course, we would like a defensive tackle, but he would have to be a dominant player. Cause we got defensive tackles at home. Like Mama said, we got McDonald's at home, boss.
Yeah, we got McDonald's.
But look, we got McDonald's at home. But look, the thing about it is, you would have to have a defensive tackle in this draft to come in and be better than all the defensive tackles we have. Because y'all don't like them. Everybody that's screaming defensive tackle in the first, bro, y'all don't like the ones we have. And if you draft them in the first, he better be better than all the ones we got. Because that's what y'all want. Right or wrong, that's what they asking for. They asking for a dominant defensive tackle because we got decent ones. Y'all want a dominant one. So I felt like we should go get a dominant one in free agency.
Man, I just saw Mr. Super Chats. My boy Dwayne Moore said, boss, our offensive line in the 90s as well as the 2016 line, every player except the center all played tackle at one time.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
I seen another Super Chat. He said, This is great. My 2 favorite Cowboy creators together. This is unbelievable.
Ah, man, we got a trap to that.
The South got something to say, bro.
Yes,
the South
sir.
got something to say.
That's all I got to say.
I appreciate that, man.
The South got something to say. Appreciate y'all super chats, big dog.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's what was you saying? Right
we was talking about. I was talking about if they want a defensive tackle, he got to come in and be better than everybody day one.
Well, that's not
gonna happen.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen, and that also doesn't happen in general.
That's why I'm so not on the team of drafting a defensive tackle in the first. I'm good because unless he's gonna change my life at defensive tackle day one, I'm out. I don't want him. Real talk. I don't want to wait till next year, 2-3 years. It take defensive tackles a minute, bro. Most of them.
It take about 3 years. It take 3 years. Like Osa is the exception. That flash that we saw out of Osa from a third rounder, that happens maybe once every 100 years.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You don't see instant impact DTs unless they're generally first 15 guys. Like you go probably see some instant impact out of Carter. Yeah. Right. But other than that, like
look how high up he is, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. And see, I'm gonna give y'all a perfect example. What's old boy that went to the Giants out of Clemson? You remember that dude?
Talking about Dexter Lawrence? That was Dexter Lawrence.
Dexter Lawrence. You remember Dexter Lawrence clowning now. He is clowning.
But he went doing nothing. He went doing nothing at first.
Now year three Dexter Lawrence.
He was a problem in that Vikings game. He dominated them boys.
Boy, he took over.
He dominated them boys.
You know what I'm saying? But to your point, and that's the biggest point, if I'm going to get a DT in round 1, I got to know this dude going to be impactful right now.
He going to be better than Osa, Neville, every single defensive tackle I got on this roster. He better be better than them and come in and start day one and be dominant.
I think
that's too much to ask. That's too much to ask.
I think I got a good example that's going to break this down. Would you rather have Jordan Davis or Mazzie Smith?
Listen, I said the same thing, boss. So we be on the same level, bro. I'm telling you. Look.
So let's play with this.
Of course we want Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis was the better prospect.
What did Jordan Davis do with Philly?
See, look, I said the exact same thing. Look, the only difference is, I must admit, Philly D-line is better than ours now. He was in a deep room. And I said I had to tell the truth. Bro, if we drafted Jordan Davis last year, man, he would have played. He would have been a starter on our team.
He would have played But this is my point on the impact. Like, so with Quentin going into year 3, so now Quentin should be hitting that next level.
Yeah.
This is going to be year 3 for Quentin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then on top of that, we brought back Hankins, where we already know he got his man body.
Yes.
So whoever we bring in, you gonna be super low rotational.
And Jordan
Super
Davis
low rotation.
was way better than these guys to me. And,
that's the point.
And he
that
couldn't even get on the field. Yeah.
It's Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis is way better than these dudes right now. Definitely had way more flashing upside, but he couldn't even really get a whole bunch of snaps because he's a rotational player at Philly.
Yeah.
You would be a rotational player in Dallas. That's why I like the ideal of DT, but my thing is, I'm thinking hump. Everything in me is thinking get us over San Fran.
Exactly. And we definitely, with them upgrading with Hargraves over there, and they already had a gangster line to begin with. So with them adding on to their D-line, we definitely need O-line. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We definitely need O-line. Yeah. You know, boss, you got to understand football on that level now. You know that. Because look,
I do know that.
Look, the reason I say that.
People not talking on that level.
Yeah.
People not talking. They see if you talking hump, you got to think offensive line.
Yeah.
If you just thinking, hey, man, let's replace this dude. If you thinking budgets, you thinking everything. Yeah. But if you thinking hump, like, so for instance, you remember when we was playing San Fran in the 90s?
Yeah.
It was a hump move to take Dion. Like, you remember, because see, Dion was playing with San Fran. When we took him from San Fran to you, see, because y'all didn't really peep, in my opinion, what Landlord said. Some of y'all did, some of y'all didn't. But Landlord said, in this type of year, we might need 4 players.
That's all for me.
Yeah. So in a hump year, you got to get what's gonna get you the most bang for your buck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like and that's what I'm saying. It's like, when you look at matchups like you just said, Hargraves over at San Fran, looking at the type of moves they making, this is an arms race. This is an arms race like war. Yeah. It's like, okay, and then I'm not sleeping on the moves they make. Them boys got Hargraves. People over here like, oh, Sam Darnold washed up. Hold on now. Put Sam Darnold in with that OC, with that offensive system, to where you can get Mr. Irrelevant to play good. Bro, San Fran, we gonna see them again, bro.
Man, Shanahan got something working, bro. He know how to get the best out of his QB.
We gonna see them again, bro. Yeah. We gonna make the playoffs again, pending. We gonna see them again.
See,
so like Cowboy Nation, we need to be thinking hump, not budgets, not trying to replace a corner 2 years from now, not trying to restock the defensive end room because we know they gonna be depleted next. No, I don't care about none of that.
No.
Hump.
I'd rather take my full shot at this year and then worry about next year if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, when I was talking about how we thinking about team building, I feel like we got Philly number. I don't care what nobody say. I feel like we got Philly number, boss. You know what I'm saying? So if we got Philly number, who else is the ops in the whole NFC? It's the team that beat us 2 times in a row. It's San Francisco. So now we need to be, like I said, we got Philly number. We need to build our team to beat San Francisco. That's how it is. You build your team to win your division first, then you look at the conference. That's your ultimate goal, is to winning, to being the top dog in your conference. So San Francisco is the only roadblock we got in our way to being the top team in the NFC. So we know what their strengths are. Their strengths are they run game on the offensive line, so we do need to have some defensive linemen. And they strengths are they defensive line and they linebacking core. So we do need a strong running game to counter that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we got that. They got a little lucky with Tony getting hurt. They got a little lucky with Tony getting hurt last year. They really did, because I ain't gonna lie. Once Tony went down, my feelings about that game kind of changed. But with him, I felt like he was just heating up too, boss. It felt like he was just not heating up during that game once he got hurt. Like, I think like the last 3 runs before he got hurt, he was looking like normal Tony then. He started busting them over for like 5, 6, 7 yards, and then he ended up getting hurt. So I thought he was finna warm up. But we do need a dominant, or at least a good enough run game to combat what they got on the defensive line. You know what I'm saying? We need to be prepared to beat those guys. I ain't worried about nobody else.
Yeah. Yeah, and so like, and I'm gonna say this too. If we end up going with a weapon in the first, that's gonna make the need, in my opinion, of both of the trenches even higher going into round 2 or round 3.
Yeah.
So I would be fully prepared to do an all-out super reach.
Yeah. But with the thing about it,
or a move up.
They can still try to trade for one in free agency.
Trade for a solid
defensive
left
tackle.
guard.
A defensive tackle. I'd rather draft a tackle. I'd rather draft an O lineman. I don't want to draft a D lineman.
No, I don't want to draft a D lineman.
I don't want to draft a D lineman. I'd rather get one that's already proven. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let me switch that. Let me switch that up a little bit. A little audible. It makes guard that much more a need going in round 2. Like it's like, go ahead, you gonna have to either get aggressive as hell about this one, because you it's too big of a risk sitting out there.
Yeah.
Like, to have your weapon but not take care of the interior, knowing that San Fran is like really super built their defense, is like, there's no way you can look at the matchup that we likely go face and then just take that for granted. Because because I already said this earlier, but we band-aid too damn much left guard. We've been trying to band-aid it up since Leary.
Facts.
Like, at some point, go ahead and go pay for the shit, dog.
Yeah.
You got to go ahead and invest in and put a premium pick in and fix that hole, bro. Because, see, in this one, we looking at hump.
Yeah. You right, though, man. Like you said, then you got to think about this. We just lost one of our better blockers, too. And Zeke. We needed him against San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? If our line ain't gonna be solid enough, we need a little help. Them chip blocks and stuff. We need
help, man. Yeah,
we need it. Yeah. So that's another thing.
But the good news is it's some guys that's out there like Maffa. You know what I'm saying? Gaining a lot of steam with the, obviously the Dallas Cowboys, and I would be nervous as hell to be just sitting and waiting to see if somebody else go get him, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because this or any one of them, I would be like super nervous round 2, round 3. I would be nervous as hell because we got to get that right. Like, that's what we got to get right.
Yeah. Somebody just said, hold on, who is this? Y'all need to stop trolling. Chris Johnson. Look what he said. We got Josh Ball. We good at O-line. Man, go on with that, man. Don't do us like that. We ain't got time. We ain't got time for that foolishness, boss. Don't do that.
That's a good one.
Don't do us like that, man.
That must be a Philly fan. That's a Philly fan.
We don't need them trolling us like that, boss.
That's a good one. That's a good one, though. If you're a Cowboy fan, you know how to get under our skin.
Yeah, because we ain't got time to play with Josh Ball. He is out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I think you took me off the... Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
you good.
All right. But yeah, man, but I mean, but see, even with Josh Ball, Matt Lewesko, and Avion Collins, even when you look at how good our depth becomes by focusing on tackle or guard in the first, our depth becomes amazing, and I think that's what people got to really also look at too. So if you look at the fact that if we end up solving left side some kind of way in the first, right?
Yeah.
Tyron Smith, because a lot of people, in my opinion, they not talking about what's likely going to happen week 1. I know we mentioned Steele as the right tackle, but is he really going to be ready week 1?
Yeah. It looked like he
You think he going to be ready? I don't think
I don't know if he ain't going to be 100. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going to be 100%.
Okay, so let's pause and talk about that then. Do you want him out there not 100?
Nah, actually not.
Right, you want him out there
get hurt again.
I want him out there or at least 95. Yeah. I don't want no Gallup shit that they did, bro. I don't want no we go rush you out there. Now I want Steele to be Steele. So I want a plan that buys him time to get Steele back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that plan is gonna be Tyron Smith, that right tackle, to start the season.
That's why Jerry said that.
Yeah. And then, you look at his contract. Yeah, they made a contract that's incentivized based on how much he plays. I get that. But we all know that once Steele is ready, then you got to bench Tyron Smith.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Even though I I did. It's a small part of me want to see him play left tackle again. You know what I'm saying? Before he hang it up. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't going to lie. I feel like if we evaluating him at right tackle, that ain't fair. That ain't fair. That ain't what he played. And he wasn't that good at it either, boss. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. That's the only reason I say. I just want to see, do he still got it? Now,
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it then just for a little bit.
I just want to see if he still got it. Because
because the thing about him playing right tackle, he been playing left tackle for years.
Yeah.
Then he comes back. And when he comes back, Tyler Smith was in emergency mode at left tackle, but playing good and playing better, looking like he the future.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to disrupt that.
That's what I felt like.
The coaching staff. He did. It's reports that he went to coaching staff and said that go ahead and put me at right tackle, leave that he rooked there.
Yeah.
Leave him there. So he made a team move by doing that, but also keep in mind that all his training camp reps was also on the left side. So like Tyler Smith, he was just thrown out there on the right side.
Yeah.
So I don't want to overjudge him at right tackle because he was put in a bad place. Like
that's what a lot
Tyler
of people
Smith
doing. Yeah. That's
so
what a lot
this
of
is
people
why
doing.
I have faith in him playing right tackle this year because this time you will get all your training camp reps at right tackle.
I see
what
you're
saying.
Yeah.
On top of that, he's ambidextrous. He's one of the few linemen that's truly ambidextrous. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He ambidextrous. He can use his right and left the same. So so I know you know this, but a lot of people might not know this. But when you ambidextrous, that's super important if you're a hooper or a boxer.
Yeah, yeah.
Some sports. So if you're a fighter that can really drop somebody with their right and their left because they ambidextrous, you're a rare thing.
Yeah.
If you're a basketball player that can finish on their left like they can finish on their right,
you dangerous.
And you dangerous.
You
so
Kobe.
That's what T. Smith
you
is.
Kyrie. You know
yeah,
what I'm
T. Smith. Yeah, you Kyrie. You Allen Iverson. That's what he is to tackle.
Yeah.
So it's like to where a normal tackle might take 3 games to get acclimated to switching. He gonna take 2 or 1.
So I'm with you on that when you put it that way. I just didn't want people to be overcritical of how they judging Tyron, cause that's Tyron, bro. Like that man still one of them ones now. And I just didn't see it being fair for us to say, oh, he's terrible, because he didn't play well. I know, like, in the beginning. I ain't too sure
he
about
got
down
better,
the stretch.
but he didn't start well.
He didn't start too well at the beginning. So I don't want people to remember that.
Though, like,
yeah,
and then people will try to knock him for that. But I think, we educating them now. And we telling people, like, hey, y'all, if he throwing – remember what Steele did when they first threw him on the left?
He was terrible.
You got a 1-1 button?
He was terrible. I got this. He was terrible. we was all out on Steele. We was dogging Steele bad.
But it was expected, though.
Yeah.
It was expected going from right to left. And, some people explain it. It's a good way to explain it, too, because I always do it way more complicated. I always tell people to stand up and jab with their right hand and then switch feet and jab, and you're going to feel it instantly. You'll feel the difference.
Yeah.
Some people say it's like wiping with your opposite hand. It's
not gonna be able to be done.
It take a while. And my boy Montana said he ambidextrous. It's exponentially good with fighting. It is.
Yeah.
And so think about tackles. That's punching. That's combat. Right. That's coordination. See,
then if you ambidextrous,
everything.
You probably got at least close to equal amount of strength in both hands. You know what I'm saying? When you right and left hand, your left hand be a little weaker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bro, I swear, bro, I was boxing, bro. I was taking up boxing, bro. And so I always fought with my right foot forward. And so my lead hand was my jab that was coming off my right hand, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm getting trained properly in boxing to where I had to switch my stance, and I'm jabbing with my left, and my power hand is my right, which makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Man, I went in there and sparred. I got my
toe up. He said he got toe
because
up.
And you know what I did? Hey, you know what I did in the middle of the fight? Switched.
So you got to go back to what you know.
Man, I had to go back to where I was comfortable and strong. You know what I mean? Because I was getting embarrassed. I'm talking about just the crowd giving woo notes. Woo!
Ah, man.
Now I'm getting cloud. So, like, when you in combat, that's when you really understand that ambidextrous is everything. And so with Tyron Smith being ambidextrous, I think it completes our line of move him on the right, buy still time to get back if he's not ready by week one. Then even if, let's say, Tyron Smith had one of them tires that go on flat like sometimes he does.
Yeah.
Look at how good your depth is now. You got Matt Walesko, you got Avion Collins, you got Ball. I will put it in this order: Avion Collins, Matt Walesko, and then Ball. That's
So
what
you
will be
got
my rotation.
you got Collins over Walesko?
All day.
I like Walesko though. You know what I'm saying?
I like his upside. I do like his upside. I don't like that he don't got no reps.
I about to say he ain't got no reps and he ain't got no power right now. But his footwork ridiculous though. His footwork right.
No.
Yeah.
I see upside in him. I'm not that dude that's like knocking him because of where he was drafted. I just can't go with what I didn't see. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't see him in no preseason because of that bum shoulder. He fixed it now, and I had a separated shoulder, so I know when you repair those, you good.
Yeah,
you good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he gonna be good, but I'm looking at the depth on the right side. That's what I'm saying. It's the depth of, and we become quality, super great depth with also investing into that offensive
line. Hold up.
Area.
So Avante Collins, would you want him at? What would be an ideal place where he could step in at that you would be comfortable with?
Right tackle.
Right tackle.
I would feel extremely comfortable because he got all of his reps in preseason at right tackle. We got a lot of film on him playing right tackle. Him and Ball had literally the most snaps out of all players in preseason. So, like, am I saying he's super phenomenal? No. But would I be able to sleep at night with him playing right tackle? Yeah. I wouldn't trip. He's not no Chaz Green. Stop it. You know what I mean?
I ain't never shout out Michael Lockhart with the $5 super. He said, "Landlord, you and Boss got me drinking all this Kool-Aid because I love you guys giving us this cowboy content. We appreciate you, sir."
We appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, appreciate that.
But so Walesko would be a left tackle then, right?
I would actually have him swinging.
Swing tackle.
I would swing him. I would cross train him.
You think he can do both?
He would have to do both.
Yeah. It'll be out of necessity.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like an idea though. Like,
no, it ain't no idea.
He ain't ready to be ideal yet.
Well, not even. It's not about him being ready. It's just that the tackle too unsure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got Steele coming off that ACL, and then you also have Tyron Smith, who you don't know might go down. So you got to keep your swings prepared to play both at all times.
They got to be solid.
They got to cross train. It's just what it is. Like, a lot of people hated me saying that last year, but then we ended up needing that. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, think about it. We did not cross train Tyler Smith to play both left tackle and left guard, but he ended up having to play left tackle because we was being too pigeonholed into, we like these guys to sit in one position and develop.
Yeah.
That's not planning. That's not planning for imperfection. You know what I mean? This game, people get hurt. So don't throw people out there without planning for that shit to happen. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you got to cross-train that dude.
Facts.
You got to play both is what it is. You got to play on the left hand. You got to play on the right. Hey, life ain't fair.
Yeah, so that's why I'm comfortable with our depth at, on the line too, though. But if we add somebody who can start, we'll be real solid. You know what I'm saying? We'll be real solid.
Bro. Yeah, I mean, I'll double down on all the shit I've been saying because I've been, people been hearing me on these streets, man. They think I'm over here being crazy, but I mean this when I say this, bro. Man, this Super Bowl a bust, bro.
Yeah, I feel it, man. If this year different. This year different.
Yeah, it's way different, bro. And I'm honestly, bro, I'm being all the way honest. I'm sick of us acting scared to say that shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, how the hell Buffalo ain't even sniffed no championship? And like, has they ever even won one?
They ain't even
got one. I don't think Buffalo even won not even goddamn one.
They went 4 times in a row and lost all of them 3 times.
Right.
Yeah.
You done lost all these. Ain't nobody got a more chaotic, toxic ass history than Buffalo.
Yeah.
But everybody last year was calling them the ideal favorites to win it all. And nobody was trolling them. Nobody was laughing. Nobody was saying, here they go again.
Nobody said nothing like that.
But then we have us a super off season. We can't say that.
It's crazy, man.
We like literally right now, Landlord, we will be first getting our first free agents.
Just like you right, in a normal year. And just like you said, man, you got to stand on it, man. You shouldn't let nobody punk you out to how you want a fan. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's why I always say what I feel, bro.
Yep.
I say what I feel. You can hate it or like it or love it, however you want to get it, but I'm going to say what I feel for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to ride with nobody if I ain't really believing in it or none of that. You know, I'm going to just do what I feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you right.
Yeah, and that's, you know, that annoys me that, like, and then you get these self-righteous Cowboy fans, and what they low-key trying to do is they trying to act like they the reasonable ones. It's like, you know, I don't want to be saying every year we go win a Super Bowl. Like, I don't say that shit every year. But when I look at us go get Gilmore to replace Anthony Brown, and when I go look at Cooks replacing Noah Brown, when I look at it, we returning our whole defense, and we got a young D going into year 3, and even with dysfunction, we was 12-5 twice, and that was with the OC and the head coach at odds.
Having a tug of war, boss. Hey, talk to him, man. Don't play with him, man, boss. Don't play with him. Cause this just the beginning, man. Like, Mike McCarthy got his own show now, and he finna show you what time it is. Like, I'm very confident in Mike. Cause I'm telling you, I told you, man. I call him. We got another nickname for him over here in the trap. That's Big Mike Soprano, man. I see the done when I look at him. I love it. Hey, I see the done when I see him, boss. I see the done when I see him over there. Look, y'all might look at him a certain way, man. When I see Mike talking, I see the done. He got Kellen Moore whacked. He got him whacked. That ain't easy, boss. He got the golden boy whacked. That don't happen.
The golden boy whack. You are a soprano, bro.
That's Mike Soprano right there,
man. That's a perfect name, bro.
That's the done, man.
I'm gonna steal that from you. I might not give you no credit.
Hey, I try.
You know how that go. Boys out there hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they be stealing. They be stealing. But look, it's cool, bro. I be want to get the whole space. Like, hey, take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? You give me credit, it's all good.
Yeah, that's Mike Soprano, bro.
Mike Soprano, because he the done to me, bro.
He the done. He really is.
That boy done. See, I like when you said they was Underground Kings.
Big Mike, but that's way done.
Yeah. When you said Underground Kings, that was dope too. When you had him and DQ, because they are the Kings. But I thought about it, I said, man, he got that boy whacked. That's Mike Soprano, man. Don't play with him. That is. Don't play with him.
He did. He got it. And he got a done whack.
Yes.
He got another done whack, man. You got to be very high up in the mafia to do that.
You cold, man. You cold. Look, that take a sit down on the boss. They don't know that about it. You got to take a sit down with that.
You can't go just go hit that dude.
Can't do
you
that.
Have to go get approval.
No,
you
sir.
had to go get approval from the boss.
Yeah.
Man, we need to go show on that, bro. We need to go do a show on that,
bro. Hey, you just said it, bro. Look, he had to go talk to Jerry and Steve. Like, hey, man, look, we got to take him out. He got to get out of here. He got to be sleeping with the fishes. Yeah. That took a sit down. And Kellen Moore had more power than him when he came in. Like, we know that. That boy Mike got up in that organization and went up the ranks and took over. See, that's why I'm telling you, that's the done right there, man. They got to quit playing with it.
When I tell you that's a perfect analogy, you cannot draw a more perfect analogy to who Michael McCarthy is. Bro. Yeah. That's super dumb move. And see, like, no, it's like your political savviness had to be so up there to pull it off.
Yes. And then he did it in such a professional way. That's what I like how you make sure you highlight that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a certain way you have to do this stuff. He wouldn't even been respected from us if we would have been seeing him just straight up just dogging out Kellen Moore when he's still here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He had to do it a certain way. And the way he did it, he made sure he drew his line in the sand and like, look, this is me over here. This is them over there. He didn't just take all kind of shots at him. He just made sure that y'all know that he ain't had nothing to do with that part. You know what I'm saying? He like, that's them over there. And this is what I think. You know what I'm saying? He made sure he separated himself. And look, boss, when I went on my rant maybe about a month ago, I told him, I said, bro, Mike McCarthy is the kind of guy who is not finna sit up here and let them just drag his name, bro. He's not finna do that. And look, he's a man that knows that he got a reputation to uphold. He got an image to uphold. You think Mike McCarthy finna let them just drag him without having his weapons, his proper tools to get this job done? He's not finna let that happen. That's why I knew we was gonna get somebody, boss. I said this. I said this before it even happened. I said, man, y'all crazy if y'all think Mike ain't gonna demand him the proper stuff to get this job done. And just sit up here and let Jerry and them and he know he ain't had the proper stuff he needed. I knew it wasn't gonna go like that, man. Mike ain't moving like that, boss. Real talk.
I think you psychoanalyzed him perfectly.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
Like it's see, because everything that you saying in terms of like Mike McCarthy moves just like what you said. Like when he went to talk to Rich Eisen, when Jerry was basically saying that he offered Dan Quinn a job. That was basically him preparing himself to be fired and getting the narrative out there, the true narrative of what happened. And he's also putting it on record on which side he was on the whole time.
Thanks.
So like when he just did this interview last week, when he was sitting at that table, where were they at? They was at the owners meeting. Yeah, they was at the owners meeting. And he said, just like I told them in 2020 and 2021 that we needed to run the ball.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
did you see how
he did his face
boss?
like I told him in 2020 and 2021. See, he was letting them know. See, all this bullshit that they was doing.
See, boss be peeping. You be peeping game, bro, because he sure did his face like. Yeah. He let you know, like, I suggested that we ran the ball.
I suggested that we run the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to ATM, man. He said it perfectly in a few words. No falling on the sword, sir. Mike McCarthy is not with that. He's not with that. And he shouldn't be.
And sadly, if life was fair, Landlord, the clock should reset on him.
It really should, shouldn't it? I said you got to give him at least 2 years. You got to at least give him 2.
He need the whole 5, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You right, though. I said the same exact thing. Because what they say, accountability without responsibility. No, responsibility without accountability is slavery. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's slavery. How you gonna blame him for something that he didn't even have responsibility for? He didn't even have control over. He ain't even got control over the offense. You know what I'm saying?
One more time, bro.
Hold up.
I'm gonna write that down. I'm swag jacking today, bro. Everything Landlord doing, I'm stealing it. I'm gonna even have a trap button on the next show.
Hey, let's get it. Accountability. What it is? Responsibility without accountability is slavery. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing. Think about it. It's just like if you let your child just spend all kind of money and you don't never say nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't say nothing. That's on you.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing about it. You supposed to have authority. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you have no authority, how you gonna be responsible for it? Think about that.
Slavery. And it's slavery. I ain't never even think of it like that.
Yeah.
But damn.
If you don't got no authority over something, bro, and it's just doing everything you want to do and you get the blame, that's slavery, bro. That's exactly what it is.
And that's why I'm riding with Mike. That's why I'm saying the whole 5. Like, it's y'all the ones that gave me Kellen Moore.
Yeah. See, the only reason that's on him, that's semi on him, but I feel like he felt like he can get in here and finesse his way around. You know what I'm saying? This was too good of a job to decline just because it came with old Liberty old Kellen Moore. He said, hey, I can get him done, boss. That's what he said. He said a done can get him done.
I see, and I don't even still know if I put it on him because they still gave Kellen Moore more authority than him on the offense.
They did.
So it's like you said, if I can't keep you accountable, how you gonna hold me responsible?
It ain't no way. It makes no sense at all.
Yeah, like Mike McCarthy was literally begging and shit. Now, do you remember?
Yeah. I don't do option routes.
With Amari Cooper, he said, do I want Amari to get the ball? I hope so. You remember that? I'm like, man, what you mean you hope so? You the head coach.
Then look,
if you want him to get the ball, then you go to your OC and say, hey, man, where's your call sheet for Amari?
Think about this, boss. This is exactly why Mike McCarthy was drawing his line in the sand before we even noticed. Because think about it. You remember that's why he said, I don't know these play calls. We didn't think about it.
Trap.
That's why he was separating himself then. He let y'all know
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with this. He said I don't even know these plays. he didn't want nothing to do with these plays, bro.
Nah, man, and then I wouldn't have picked up that trash either.
Facts.
Like, cause me and Coach Marv, we used to kind of go back and forth on the fault of Mike McCarthy, killing, and and I understand where Coach was always coming from. Like, hey man, you got to go take this. You got some rosters that's championship rosters. You don't let no pencil pusher and no new booty boy take your team from you. You take over.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, Coach, in my opinion, I am not picking up a call sheet that I don't believe in.
Facts.
I'm not doing that. If I don't believe in option routes, I'm not going to take that play call sheet and then look down at it and it's dookie and I'm trying to serve food. It's like,
that's the same thing he said. If I install it, I call it. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, that's you, man. That's the only thing he was left with. I do that, dude.
Yeah,
that's you, do you, man.
You remember that super chat I sent you one time, man? I'm finna, unfortunately,
I remember that.
Yeah, I said,
letting your bosses do dumb stuff.
You just gotta let your boss do the dumb stuff. And then when it failed, now you come back to him like, hey, I tried to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have the authority to just say no. So you just gotta proceed with the dumb stuff. Do it and then show them like, you give them that look like, I told you. You know what I'm saying?
I told you, man. And it's like, so it's like he was at a place to where like, I'm not picking up no call sheet. And then this is the thing, that would have been, Mike would have got fired if he did that.
Yeah, he would have.
Because think about it, it was all slanted to Kellen. See, because Kellen got his offense installed in training camp.
Yeah.
He had his offense installed in the rookie camps. He had his offense practiced in the preseason. He had his offense ready to go by season 1 and game 1.
Facts.
Why you go pick that up?
Why would I even get involved in that?
I ain't getting involved with that, man. That's y'all boy. Y'all gonna live and die by y'all.
Straight up.
But they should reset the clock, because the sad thing is Mike McCarthy is on the bubble.
Yeah.
He on the bubble. Like,
and then it's gonna be. I hate it. But
me too.
Yeah, dude. Like you said, he really should. That's in the perfect world of 5. But I say at least give him this year and another year for the team to be under the offense. Like, I think that's at least fair.
Just 2?
It ain't ideal. We working with Jerry and them now. It ain't ideal because they still count. They count them Kellen Moore years. They still count the Kellen Moore years. So I say give them this year and another year for them to be, you know what I'm saying, more chemistry under this offense. That's what I say. And I don't want it to be like that, but I think that's how the Joneses going to view it, though. I just think they going to count them Kellen years, man. They are. You know what I'm saying?
That's so whack.
They dirty, ain't it? They dirty, though. They dirty.
So y'all put this Trojan horse under me. This Trojan horse is the reason the car get wrecked, but then y'all the ones gonna make my insurance go up.
Facts. Responsibility with no authority. It's craziness. But man, boss, I appreciate you coming through, man. I'm finna have to go to the day job, unfortunately, man.
Damn. Yeah, man, we was just getting started, man.
Yeah, man. I hate it, man. So I really hate it, man. So next time we're gonna crank it up a little earlier, man. But I really got to get up out of here, man. But make sure you let the people know where to find you. I know a lot of people know you, but hey, it might be some people in here that ain't aware yet.
It's Boss Cowboy Sports where your voice matter. This is our first time actually going through this. I'm his first guest. I'm very, very honored to be Landlord's first guest. It's a true friendship between me and my dog. Like, we talk offline a lot about football. We talk about life now. So, y'all gonna be seeing us a lot more because this was a show, but this was also a test run at the same time. Yeah, it passed the test. We got through all the bugs, and y'all get prepared, man. And we might even be doing a Southern show. You got any names now? Should we tell them?
I said the Boss Land. I got it in the description now.
I like Boss Land. That Boss Land dope, man.
That Boss Land trap powder.
Boss Land is a favorite, man. If y'all got any names, y'all can chuck it out there, man. But we trying to figure out some different ways we can put together a powerful collab between two Southern brothers that love these Dallas Cowboys. But man, it's Boss Cowboy Sports for your voice matter. Thanks for having me, Lan.
Already, man. You know, I go by Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media, man. So y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Go over there and sub the Boss Cowboy Sports and everything, man. Make sure y'all show some love. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go. I appreciate you, boss.
All right.
Let's get it.